Solo not making any friends with this crowd here. So, of course, he fits right in with Black Wall Street. The bell is sounded. We go, lock up in the middle of the ring. Solo pushes off Christian York, seemingly with ease. York noting the strength of Solo, but not backing down from this fight as they once again go for a lockup in the middle of the ring. York once again shoved off, this time into the corner. York fought a little harder that time in the lockup, still sizing up Solo's strength. Christian York is a veteran, he's been around for many years. Gotta believe he's just sizing up Solo right now. Trying to see if he's got any weak points. More lockup, and look at this, Christian York now with the headlock on Solo. Solo trying to fight him off. Reverses into a headlock of his own. Brings York down to a knee. York sends Solo off, but a shoulder block sends him down. And look at that. Very imposing force there. The enforcer of Black Wall Street, Solo. Men circling again. Solo should have just stayed on the attack on York instead of showing off. That might be his undoing. Look at that, York. York just letting Solo jaw-jack with these fans. York waiting. He's waiting for his moment. Went for a lockup, but instead he goes from behind and once again gets him in that side headlock. Very smart by York. Going around into a hammerlock. Solo reverses into a hammerlock, back into a side headlock. On to Christian York. York once again down on a knee, brings himself back up, but forced right back down again by Solo. See York trying to space Solo's legs apart, maybe offset his balance, maybe be able to get back up to a vertical base. There you go, York back up to his feet. Solo still got that headlock on. York using the ropes for some momentum. Sends Solo off and again sends him down with a shoulder block. Solo hits the ropes. York down. Goes for a hip toss, but not to be. Solo went for a clothesline. York hits the ropes and a cross body, but Solo catches him up onto his shoulder. York gets out of the way and single leg lariat off the ropes. Takes down Solo. And look at that impressive body slam by Christian York. Now showing off his strength. Look at that. Solo actually looks a little bit shocked and ran right into an arm drag. York hangs on with an arm bar. And now he's got a wrist lock now. He's forcing the arm down on the mat and then well-placed knee strike into the joint. And another one by York. And look at that. He's got the elbow right on the knee as he's bending the arm back. Which, if you check your anatomy textbooks, is not how a human arm is supposed to bend. York now with ringing the arm. Oh, but Solo with a shot to the face sends York into the corner. Solo not about doing anything fancy, just doing it to hurt his opponent with a forearm there in the face. York reversing momentum, big chop in the corner, and again, Solo trying to create some distance, but York not having any of it. Some big kicks in the corner, spin kick right to the face, sends Solo right down to the mat. York slowly but surely taking down the human Terminator. A little showboating for the fans. Picks him up. Goes to send him off the ropes, but a reversal. York off the ropes, ducks into a baseball slide underneath. A kick to the midsection. York kicks him up. Off the ropes, and a bulldog headlock takes down the Human Terminator. York now going for the cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2 by Solo. Christian York really taking it to the enforcer of Black Wall Street, who now goes to the floor, seemingly for a breather, but York not having any of it, hooking him on the nose, pulling Solo up onto the apron. Oh, but hot shots him across the top rope. And now Solo getting back in. Clotheslines York, sends him down. Just look at those big tree trunk-like arms just collapsing into the throat of Christian York. And York trying to create some distance. The thing Solo should not do is let York get back to his feet. And this is why York can mount an offense fairly quickly, but just slugs him in the back twice. Those huge arms, and again, right across the shoulder blades. But York still fighting back. Oh, but a headbutt by Solo takes the momentum right away from Christian York. York sent to the corner, oh, with authority by Solo.
He ain't tough. What he doing? He laying on his face. He laying on his face. I know what it is.
Solo, once again, being cut off by Christian York. The fight won't die. Going for a whip and another reversal by Solo. York hangs onto the ropes and kicks him in the chest. York runs at him, picks him up. Oh, gosh! Went for a side slam. York tried to reverse out of it, but dropped him right on his side. Solo sends York into the corner. York hits, stumbles out. And now Solo locking in a bear hug. Solo just adding pressure to the insides. And Christian York is now hoisting him up. This is a very dangerous position for Christian York with his feet off the mat. He's being held up solely by Solo and those huge vice-like arms just crushing his insides. He's trying to mount some offense, but Solo just crushing him again. He's got his feet back on the mat so he can alleviate some of that pressure. But if Solo picks him up again, it's not going to be good for York. So right now with Christian's feet on the mat, he's able to alleviate some of that pressure Solo's putting on him. It doesn't make the hold any less harmful to his insides, but if he was up in the air right now, solely under the power of Solo, he wouldn't be doing as well as he is. York refusing to leave his feet. Solo just squeezing the insides of Christian York, crushing the ribs. York not doing so well. You see him trying to fight back here. He's answered with a shot to Solo's face. And it looks like he might have him in a side headlock. Maybe not, I can't tell. York definitely trying to fight back here. Trying to offset Solo any way he can. Solo again, just crushing the insides of Christian York. Oh, well-placed elbow to the side of the head, and again. York now fighting back. Big shot to the face. York hits the ropes. Picked up, but a power slam sends York right back down. Solo for the cover. 2 count only to Christian York.
Get him up, get him up, get in the corner.
Solo getting up. And you hear Solo yelling for York to get up. And look at this, it looks like he's going for some sort of charge move out of the corner, just prepping for Christian to stand up. Solo in a 3-point stance. Freight train into the corner, nobody home. Shoulder to the post. This is York's chance. Ducks a line. Answers with a punch. Ducks another one. York unleashing a fury of blows. Reversal by Solo. York off the ropes with a clothesline. Solo still standing. This time taking him down. York reversed into the corner. Elbow to the face. York on the middle rope. Diving knee strike. York goes for the cover. 1, 2, 2 count only. York's got to be thinking what he's got to do to put Solo away. York in the front face lock. Going for a mood swing. Get pushed off by Solo. Solo went for a line. York hits the ropes. Oh, big spear! Big spear takes out Christian York. Goes for the cover. And again a 2 count. York kicks out. Solo got out of the mood swing and answered with a vicious spear. Was not enough to put away Christian York. Oh, big kick on the apron by York. Oh, big boot to the head. Answered by Solo. Oh, they're both heading into no man's land. This cannot be good for York. Solo may be thinking superplex here. And it looks like he is. York fighting him off. Hits with a couple shots in the midsection, and he's biting the forehead of Solo. Solo sent down. York off the top, double stomp to the back of Solo. And now York calling for the finish, saying it's over. Mood swing! Going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. That is it. Christian York defeats Solo. And Flash just